Hey guys, so we have made it to Sarasota, Florida. We are celebrating our second year anniversary already. It's crazy. And we just got here. It's about probably 4:15. We left at about 7:30 this morning, and it was a bit of a hike, but it was actually not too bad of a drive. And it was rainy the first half, and then the second half was just all sunshine, and it was like just welcoming us into Florida. I was not sad to leave behind a rainy day and got to come right into beautiful Florida sunshine. So we just got in. We made a quick stop first at a farm stand, probably about like only 15 minutes away from us. It was all organic fruits and veggies. So we picked up some things, and then we have just started getting settled in here, and then I think our plans for tonight are to go grocery shopping and then pick up some stuff for dinner and maybe grow out, maybe just get takeout. We haven't decided yet. We'll see how we're feeling because we are tired from driving. But yeah, we're so excited. I'm going to take you on a little tour because this place is beautiful. We love it. It's a street away from the ocean, and it has just a beautiful drive in. We love this area, and then this home is the cutest thing ever. It is so huge just for the two of us, but it's so lovely and beautiful. And so let me give you a little tour of it. So walking in, we have the living room, and it's this huge beanbag I'm so excited to flop on, and then a TV, and then we have the kitchen area here. Cute little bar stools for us, a dining room over here. I'll get to that, but yeah, here's the kitchen. It's huge and bright. I love it. I think we're definitely going to do some cooking to, try and save some money since we're staying here a week. So this will be the perfect space. And then they have an espresso maker. Dom is so excited to try it. He hasn't had one before, and they're pretty good. So he's excited to figure that out in the morning. And then we have this beautiful dining room with the piano. Laundry room is behind this curtain over here. But then we have access to this really nice screened in back porch. We have this whole garden oasis to ourselves. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and I'm so excited to come out here with the rain and just listen to it. It's really nice back here. And we have this really cool old oak tree. I think it's so neat. I have no idea how old that thing is, but it looks really old with how big its trunk is. Look at that. It's crazy. And then right around the corner is the grill and the drive. And then coming back in, take you to the other wing of the house. This place is so big. So we have a second little living area in here. It's so bright and cozy. I absolutely love it. I can see myself sprawling out here and reading a book, especially tomorrow with the rain. That's going to be perfect. And then we have an extra bathroom and tub and everything. Really pretty. And then a couple closets. Here is our main bedroom. We have a whole other bathroom, really nice. And then here's our bedroom. Here's Dom. But it is so big and spacious. Absolutely love it. Are you tired?
I am tired, but I am excited for our anniversary and lots of fish.
Yes. That's something we were thinking about doing tonight, is going out and going to a place called Walt's Fish Market. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they have food there, so we might just get that. Not a bad idea, because we were already planning another night to go there and buy, because they're a market and a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So we were thinking that we might get some of their market fish to grill up here, but I don't think you're up to that tonight.
Do it another night.
Another
I
night.
want to catch the sunset on Indian Rocks.
Yes. Okay, so like I said, we're right across the street from the beach, and there's all homes on that side, so we can't go directly across. But I think a 5-minute walk, 1-minute bike ride.
Mm-hmm.
Are you making silly faces?
Yeah. I would do that.
A really quick bike ride straight down is a park right on the water. Stop it. And so you can see the sunset there, and so we might do that tonight, and we can if we get takeout. So I think that's what we're gonna go do. I think we're gonna set up a little more here, take a breather since we just got in, and then probably run some errands over to Publix, pick up some to-go food, and see the sunset. So gonna be a super fun evening. Take y'all along, and hope you enjoy this week with us as we celebrate our second anniversary.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Surprise! Good morning, y'all. It's the next day. I tried filming last night and then did a whole recap of our evening and then realized that I filmed with my head cut off. So that was nice. And I was too tired to do it all over again. So starting this morning, to recap last night, we ended up going grocery shopping. And then about 6:30 went over to the place I mentioned earlier, Walt's Fish Market. It was fantastic. I was gonna get snapper. Dom got snapper. The waitress was like, the hogfish is really good and it's better than the snapper. So I got that, Dom got the snapper, and we split a little. I liked both. I think snapper I'm still like, I like more. But the hogfish was really good. It had a lovely time. We didn't make it back in time for the sunset because, like I said, there was a wait for dinner and stuff. So we got here, I think, right when it had set, but there were still all the pretty colors out. So we went down to the park that's like probably a 5-minute walk from our house and have like the intercoastal bay, whatever it is. So it was really quiet, really nice. We got to see all those lights come on across the water, and it was really pretty. Some people were doing fireworks, so we got some of that. It was just a really cool night. But yeah, because it's like deep bay water, it just plummets. There's not really a beach. It's just kind of like, I don't know, a rocky, sandy like drop. And so because it's so deep, there are a lot of fish, and a lot of them are jumping. I mean, big fish are jumping. So I don't want to know what bigger thing was chasing them, but it was really fun to watch, and it was a really good night. So we came back, chilled out, ate some of our snacks and watched a TV show, and then had an early night. So we're up early this morning. We thought we would sleep in because we were exhausted, but this beautiful Florida sunlight came streaming in this morning and woke us both up, and it was great. Our apartment back home is a little dark, which is not bad, but we definitely have missed the sunlight pouring in, and so to wake up to sunlight was such a treat. And for today is to go get brunch at this restaurant that we made a reservation at. It's called Made, and super excited for it. The food looks really good. They only do brunch on Sundays, I believe, and so it just worked out perfectly. And so we got a reservation at 10:45. I think it's probably about 9:30 now. So we've got some time just to hang out and wake up. So we're gonna go eat over there, and then, I don't know, we're just gonna play it by ear. We were going to go to Siesta Key Beach today and just spend the whole day there and see the sunset. If there's gonna be the thunderstorms, like, we have to drive there, so we can't just like dash back into our house and then come back out. We'd have to like pick up our stuff and drive back. So I don't know, we'll play it by ear, see what we feel. Also, I've been told that Siesta Key Beach is really busy. Obviously, it's one of the like most famous ones around here, and that we're supposed to get there really early. We'll see. We definitely want to make it to Siesta Key Beach at some point in our trip and want to see the sunset there because it's supposed to be phenomenal. But I don't know if we'll do that today, if we'll go and explore a different beach. There's lots of beaches on Longboat Key. Lido Key, I think is how you pronounce it, and I think there's a Lido Key Beach, and that one might be like less crowded. So we'll see. We're not in like, we don't love crowds. But I don't know, take y'all along and we get to enjoy this beautiful day together. After breakfast, we decided to come back to the house and grab the bikes and head out to another waterfront park that we had in the neighborhood and bring our books and just sit down here. We probably were here for about an hour and it was just so beautiful. Afterwards, we decided to go explore some of the beaches around Sarasota. We first went to Lido Key Beach, which we really enjoyed. It was the only one we got out at today. The others were Coquina Beach and Bradenton Beach on Anna Marie Island, and we just looked at them from the car, but we did really like Coquina Beach, so we'll probably be back to visit that one. On our way home, we decided to stop back at Walt's to pick up some fish from their market that Dom grilled for us.
There you go. Master of the grill. That's your service.
This morning we had an early start as we got back on the bikes and headed over to the Ringling Museum that was only about a 10-minute bike ride from where we were staying. This was so much fun. It is the home of the Ringling Brothers Circus. They built their home here on the Intercoastal in Sarasota, and it was so cool to see this architecture right on the water. We spent most of the morning exploring the grounds and their museum, as well as the Rose Garden. It's free on Mondays to enter, so that was a definite perk for us. And overall, we really just enjoyed walking around and taking it all in. We then spent the rest of the day at Siesta Key Beach, reading and soaking up the sun as we waited for what would be the most beautiful sunset of the entire trip. At this point in the trip, we were in full relaxation mode and we're heading over to Lido Key Beach, but decided to make a pit stop at St. Armand Circle, which is a really fun outdoor shopping area where we got some souvenirs and some treats. We then spent the rest of the day at Lido Key Beach. On this morning, we went back out to Siesta Key Beach to spend some more time in the crystal clear water. We then picked up some drinks, an iced coffee and a matcha from a place called Project Coffee that we really liked, before heading back out on the road to drive about an hour down to Casey Key, where apparently Stephen King has a home. And while we did not see his house because it was on the private side, we did get to see some stunning mansions. We then picked up a quick dinner before driving back down to downtown Sarasota and going to the marina to watch the sunset. This was by far Dom's favorite part of the entire trip. We then ended our night with a movie and some ice cream. Good morning, y'all. It is our anniversary day.
Yay! We watched our wedding video this morning.
We did. I got a little teary-eyed. Did you get teary-eyed?
I didn't get teary-eyed, but I don't know. There's always something funny about rewatching it every year. You know, like how much your perspective on life and marriage kind of changes, especially when you're young, like we were when we got married. Still are, but you know. We were much younger.
We've grown a lot. 2 years, it changes a lot, yeah. Especially in your 20s.
It does.
We were still in college at that time.
So I was just like, your portion of the wedding video where you like had your letter that you wrote to me and all that. I was like, oh wow. It was kind of just funny to me how much of like the future predictions she made came completely 100% true, and vice versa, I guess. But
he was talking about being a team and handling things together, face on, and how much stronger that makes us. And there's been so much that we've gone through.
Typically, in our marriage, handling things as a team is me going, don't wanna, and wife going, we need to do this. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this.
Nah, you're just as good at it.
Oh, thank you, baby.
I think we both have our moments of weakness. We want to sweep this under the rug. We don't want to deal with it. And I feel like we both balance each other out. When one of us feels like that, the other person's like, nope, gotta take care of it. So yeah, we both have our strengths and weaknesses with that, but that's why you're a team, because you got to have different strengths and weaknesses to play off of each other. So yeah, it was just really cool watching the video back. Any reflections of the last 2 years of marriage?
Oh wow, put me on the spot on the camera. And I think you and I didn't understand, like we understood open communication.
Yeah.
I think we did. We expected that, but
we were pretty good at it from the beginning, but
we didn't understand the depth of communication that would be required the farther you move into marriage. For me, it was just like the depth of vulnerability that my wife and I both have to show to work through things together.
Yeah.
Was just something I half expected but didn't expect, right? Like I was perfectly okay with Jess being vulnerable with me, but it was my turn. I'm like, hold on a minute now. What are we doing here? Hey, honey, you know, are you being fully honest with the way you're feeling right now? And I went, no.
Even on this trip, I've had to remind you a couple times because we've changed plans, and a lot of times it's like me being like, you know what? I don't feel like it. Let's do this instead. But then I'm like, well, how do you feel about that? He's like, no, whatever you want. I want you to be happy. I'm like, but same here.
But my happiness matters too.
It matters. It balances out. And then balancing our time and knowing like it's okay to step back from our, parents, siblings, to invest in us. Like kind of putting our marriage first. That was a big one. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Very much.
Putting our marriage first over other things that we both want.
That was a big adulting lesson I had to learn. Is that just as much as I can make plans as an adult, I also have the authority to change plans because I feel like it. I don't have to have a reason other than that I don't want to do this anymore.
And we love our friends and family. That's been the biggest struggle for us. I think
it's quite funny.
We overbook ourselves, both of us. Even though you're an introvert, we both overbook, and that was causing so much tension. We didn't know why. We were like, well, we can't say no, and we had to learn we can't say no.
You can in fact say
simply we needed to prioritize our marriage, and that's been, I think, our biggest struggle in the last year.
That is true.
We've come a long way with that. Yeah. But yeah, that's all the sappy stuff. We are going to go pick up our cupcakes, and then afterwards, we are going to go down to...
Is it called Coquina Beach? I'm pretty sure it's called Coquina Beach. It's right. Yeah. It's pretty much right on top of Bradenton Beach and also on top of Holmes Beach. So it's kind of just that.
We might just go around and see which one looks the best. And I think that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to, I guess, just change at the beach and not waste time coming back home. We'll see how we feel. Because we have dinner reservations at 7 on the Keys as well. So we're going to go there. It's, I think, on the bay, but they have a view of the sunset. So do that and come back home, have our cupcakes, and then have an early night because what we were supposed to do today is go up to Bean Point, which is on Anne Marie Island at the very northern tip.
It's not an advertised beach. You have to know it's there to go.
Yeah.
It's like Tortuga. You can't find your way unless you already know it.
I don't know all these references. Is
Pirates
that Pirates of the Caribbean? Okay.
Yeah.
I know something. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. We're actually gonna go and try and do that tomorrow morning, before it gets too hot. We'll see you at the beach. Bye.
Hasta la vista.
Good morning, y'all. We are having a really early start. Dom, even more than me, he's not the morning person. I was so exhausted. But we got out here. It's so blurry. Ignore the blurriness of this video. Enjoy the sunlight pouring in. It is about 9:30. We left about 8:30 to get all the way to the northernmost part of Anna Marie Island at Bean Point. So we're literally right up here. It's a public beach, but it's not a lot of access, not a big like public parking lot. So we had to find some off-street parking and then walk. And I am tired. It is early, but it's gonna be good. We're trying to beat the heat, get a few hours in before we head back home to get ready for an early dinner. But yeah. Are you excited, hun, to see it?
Oh yeah, all hail the time being.
We discovered it on Google Maps before coming, so he's been hyping it up, getting excited for it, so can't wait to see it. We made it. It is it's super remote over here. This is the very tip of Anna Marie Island. And then the really cool thing, besides all the boats that are anchored right offshore, is that back over here, these clusters of buildings are St. Pete and Tampa, I believe. And then over here is the bridge that leads to them. We came back to downtown Sarasota to grab dinner at Owen's Fish Camp, which was really good. Honestly, all the fish we got on this trip was amazing, and we loved the vibes of this place. Heading home, we went back to the park that we saw on the first night and watched the sunset from there. Good morning, y'all. It is our day that we're leaving, but we decided to stop and see the Sarasota Farmers Market. So we're walking to that now. We parked free miles away. I'm just kidding. Not that long. I think it's supposed to be a 12-minute
I was
walk.
like, haha, what, honey?
Shh, I didn't tell him. No. We are turning this way. Okay. And yeah, we're going to see the farmer's market and then go over to Tampa because it's on the way. I'm walking over it. I'm not walking through it in my nice shoes. But then we're gonna go over to Tampa, then head home. So it's gonna be a bit of a long day. We're probably gonna have a late night, but it's worth it. So yeah, excited to see this farmer's market.
Tampa when you're like, literally you can see it across.
We literally could see it from Bean Point yesterday, so it was kind of like, we gotta go. So yeah, it's on the way home. Anyways, gonna be a good fun day. We're not gone yet.